What's going on, everyone? Gormy here. Today I am going to be bringing you guys what is most likely going to be the last tactic here on the channel for FM22, because we're going to be moving into FM23 based content here in the coming weeks. Really psyched for not only making the content, but very psyched for FM23. Today's tactic is a kind of, I guess you can say, defensive but creative tactic with some roles that I have not used this year, and one of them is the wide midfielder role. So hopefully performs pretty well. We're testing with Leeds United today. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And subscribing is 100% free, so why not hit that sub button? I'll be linking the tactic that is in the Discord linked in the description, so that is where you guys will be able to download this tactic at. But without further ado, let's get into the video. So here we are with the high wide 4-4-2. We've got an advanced forward on attack with a pressing forward on support, two wide midfielders on attack, a ball winning midfielder on support, deep line playmaker on support, two fullbacks on attack, two central defenders on defend, and a goalkeeper on defend. I haven't really used a deep type tactic this year, and this one is very good. I wanted set players playing within this tactic because I wanted Jack Harrison and Rafinha to play those wide midfielder roles, and I wanted Calvin Phillips to play the deep line playmaker role. I didn't really care who played wherever else. I wanted those three playing in those roles because for me, those are the three most important roles within this tactic. And of course, the pressing forward on support will be pretty important as well, so make sure that you have a very good tenacious striker up there and someone who is strong and can play the ball off as well. Now, getting stuck into things with the advanced forward on attack up top, all I added to him was take more risks. With the pressing forward on support, all that's added to him is move into channels. The wide midfielder on attack on the left and the right both have take more risks, cross more often, crosses aimed at center, and cut inside with the ball. The ball winning midfielder on support was left as is. The deep line playmaker on support was also left as is. The fullback on attack on the left and the right side, all that they have is take more risks and crosses aimed at center. And the central defenders on defend, both of them have stay wider. The goalkeeper on defend was left as it comes. This tactic is very basic. Not a whole hell of a lot has been added to the players or to the tactic in general, really. It's played with a positive mentality. If you guys saw my previous video here on the channel, I'll link it above right now. If you have not, it is discussing what is the best mentality. Balance, positive, or attacking. Positive is the way to go. That is what I recommend sticking with this tactic. If you want to go a little bit more defensive, go with balance. If you want to go even more attacking, go with attacking. If you feel that you're lacking goals, go with attacking. But if not, stick with positive. You will not regret it. When in possession, it is played fairly narrow, and we underlap on the left and the right, work the ball into the box using mixed crosses in the final third, and have a higher tempo with slightly shorter passing directness. Now, with the crosses, you can obviously put on whatever crosses you want, but I suggest either mixed crosses or low crosses for this tactic. When in transition, you counter press, counter, and distribute quickly by throwing the ball long. And once out of possession, this is where you have more instructions here. You use the offside trap. You have a much higher line of engagement, a higher defensive line, more often trigger press, aka more often pressing intensity, and prevent short goalkeeper distribution. This tactic, very solid all around, very good with playmaking ability as well, but let's see how it did within the competitions and how the players performed as well. So, Leeds United, they finished in 5th place, which is very good. Now, the thing is, I wish they drew more games and lost less, because they were losing to teams that they shouldn't be losing to. If I had made signings and brought in what I felt the team lacked was the proper pressing forward on support, but they still finished it in 5th place, and the pressing forward on support is a very important part to the attacking prowess of this tactic. And I hope that if we had brought in a player that really suited that role perfectly, that they would have done a little bit better, lost fewer games, drawn more, won more as well, and finished in the Champions League spot. But we'll definitely take a Europa League spot compared to where Leeds United finished in reality. Now, even though they finished in 5th place in the league, Leeds United finished in 2nd for goals scored within the Premier League with 83. And that deep line playmaker role that I really wanted to emphasize as an important part of the tactic, Calvin Phillips put up the league leading assist total with 15 assists. And along with those 15 assists, he had 120 key passes, just finishing shy of Andy Robertson, who came in first with 140. Looking at how the players performed overall in all competitions, Rafinha scored 20 goals, Rodrigo with 17, Harrison with 12, and Bamford, who was playing that pressing forward on support role more often than not, he scored 9 goals, but also had 9 assists. Like I said, if I was able to bring in the player that really would have fit right there, I think that they would have definitely succeeded a little bit more. And assist-wise, only one player hit double digits, but basically everyone besides 4 players got an assist. And the player that hit double digits was Calvin Phillips with 19. So that deep line playmaker role, very, very important with distributing the ball. And the highest average rating was by Calvin Phillips with a 7.29. And before we see how the tactic performs within the match engine, they finished in 5th in the Premier League, but they got to the quarterfinals of the FA Cup and the semifinals of the Carabao Cup. That's why I'm going to keep on saying, if we had that true pressing forward on support style striker, because Patrick Bamford, very, very solid player, but he doesn't really fit exactly what I would want from a pressing forward on support. If we had that perfect striker there, I definitely think they could have gotten to a semifinal or even a final of the FA Cup and maybe even won the Carabao Cup while getting a Champions League spot. So now, after discussing that, let's see how the tactic performs within the match engine. Well, I don't think I've said this about any tactic at any point this year, except for maybe over on FM base. Wow, that tactic looks really, really good within the match engine. The way that the wide midfielders are, that looks phenomenal with the way that they cut in. They make everything look super easy. The wide midfielder might be a very, very underrated role to utilize for the rest of FM22, in my opinion. Just like roaming playmaker, I think that wide midfielder, very underrated. Definitely give this tactic a go. This looks absolutely phenomenal within the match engine. And I mean, if you can get that perfect pressing forward on support with the players that are great for those wide midfielder roles and a good playmaker in that deep line playmaker role, you're golden with this tactic. You will absolutely dominate with this style of football. So definitely give this tactic a go. Once again, I'll be linking it down in the description in the Discord that is down there. So that is where you guys will be able to find it and download the tactic from. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribing is 100% free, so why not hit that sub button? And until next time, have a good one. Bye-bye.